Good afternoon and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting installment of Tetris Effect Connected. My name is Allison Cruz, and it has been a fair number of weeks since the last time I've played, and for better or worse, I'd like to think that I've improved significantly, because even watching through those last couple of episodes, it was kind of a rough time, I'm not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and get started with Area 5. So here we are in Sunset Breeze, and this is kind of an interesting level when it starts ramping up. I'm gonna go ahead and just get myself nice and set up here for a couple of Tetrises, and life will be good. But we just got back from Boston for our anniversary, and it was a real nice time. We liked it a lot. We did a lot of things. We had a really nice Italian dinner that was tutto bien. I basically killed an entire bottle of red wine on my own and had a 16-ounce ribeye that was only $42. That was insane. We were expecting that thing to be like, you know, in the 80s at least, but no, we lucked out. She got a really good pasta and it was a nice time. The tiramisu was great and oof, I liked it a lot. On top of that, we also, I wasn't going to bring this up, but because we're here enjoying the sights, we actually found $200 outside, and I felt so bad. We stood there for like 2 minutes, just like, all right, where's the camera? Who's gonna pop out and tell us that we've been punked on national television, you know? So that was interesting. We ended up taking it and donating it, so that was good for us, I guess, but we had a nice spooky tour as well, and we almost got accosted by a homeless man. The tour guide actually was going to basically go to fists for his group there. He called the police in character because he was basically channeling, Captain Jack Sparrow for being, spooky and all that. So it's kind of an interesting time. But once we get our next line here, that'll probably be, ripe for the zone. So here we go. Okay. Don't want to get too high and then just completely screw ourselves over here. So I'm gonna do something like this. Nice. Okay. I think we're, hello, please, yes. Okay. Not bad. I'm into that. Okay, so we only have 2 lines to spare, and then we get to move on to the next stage. So without further ado, since we already have the line, let's go ahead and set ourselves up nicely for the next part, and Tetris. Now this stage, my friends, is one simply known as Aurora Peak, and unless you've read Into Thin Air by John Krakauer lately, this should hopefully evoke some fairly nice, pleasant emotions. At least I would certainly hope so, because it's pretty peaceful. Even when it starts ramping up a bit, I do enjoy it. But I like the moving sounds even more, how they're like little jingle dangles. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys have been doing well. You've been enjoying the series so far. Today is July 23rd, I believe. Yesterday we just saw Nope, because that just came out, and I liked it. It was good. It was a bit different, and afterwards Sarah and I decided that we still like Jordan Peele's other films a little better, Us and Get Out. But that one was pretty solid for all intents and purposes, and there are some bits that literally had me on edge, specifically with Gordy, which I will say nothing else, but it was a good time, and we have deduced that hopefully this isn't too spoilery, that I indeed did spoil some things while recounting this in the middle of this rousing game of Tetris. So greetings from the future, 1 in the morning. This is what I sound like at my desk working on some Aurora Borealis here, so just filling a little bit of space because I ended up getting into some diatribe that does not even matter. But luckily for you, the past is the present, and we're coming back in now. Alright, so I'm gonna screw myself on this one. Okay, I think we'll be fine actually. So let's do this. I unfortunately need to squeeze this in here. There we go, just to give us some extra time. Thank you. And I have already squandered this, haven't I? Alright, we're good. We'll be fine. I have more time than I think. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Shoot. Alright, come on. Oh no! It didn't turn all the way. My button didn't register. Damn it, that is really annoying. Alright, that's fine. We'll deal with it. We can make it work. Yeah, but here we are at Aurora Borealis. It's real pretty. Let's just go ahead and get set for the next stage here, a Tetris. Alright, Zen Blossoms is our next stage, and this one is pretty enjoyable too. Fairly low-key, not very stressful, really nice flourishes, and there I go, messing up my L&J pieces again. See, that only happens while I'm recording. It's so weird. That's fine. I'm just gonna go and build ourselves up, as we always do. There we go. So speaking of movies that we've watched, I might have mentioned this actually, I already forgot, but we also ended up watching Marcel the Shell while we were in Boston, just because it was a fun little thing to do just after an escape room, which was really scary actually. I'm not gonna spoil much on it, but it was more or less like, I'm saying the escape room was scary, not Marcel the Shell. That movie was freaking great. Watch it, just do it. I loved it. But there was like dismembered bodies and body parts and phalanges, and it was a creepy time, man. And it kind of scared us at first because it just sort of came out of nowhere. But then in hindsight, we were like, oh yeah, there was totally a cannibal here at this campsite, because some of the key words were jars and dine, and also, you know, the killer's notebook. Okay, this is not too bad actually. We're not doing too terrible here. There we go. Oh, should have saved that. That's fine. Deca's fine. I'm okay with that. But yeah, like I said, this stage isn't too bad. I'm trying to place what this area reminds me of. I almost want to say Unraveled, if you guys ever played those games. Speaking of, you know, Sarah, as I seem to mention constantly, who's my wife of now over 4 years, with our anniversary having commemorated 8 years of being together, quote unquote. And I guess exclusively mutual, if that's even the right way to put that. But we ended up doing that game on the channel just very briefly, just because it was, you know, a co-op thing her and I could enjoy. Shoot, I already screwed this up, didn't I? Well, we could actually do something like this. Yeah, let's get the old, very nice ulterior motive Tetrises as the pond freaks out in the back. But yeah, unfortunately we never did end up finishing that playthrough, which is fine, I guess, but let's get the heck out of here and move on to the next stage. So as one could imagine, in a stage where I have a double reliance on line bars, which we're not even gonna bother with, welcome to Yin and Yang. The stage kind of feels a little bit out of left field considering the other stages we've already just done. So it definitely is a bit stranger, but not too bad. It's not nearly on the same levels as the spooky kaleidoscope, but this one's still kind of unusual considering the extremely, oh, did not mean to shift that over there. The natural stages we've had, you know? We had the Zen Blossoms, and we also had the Aurora Borealis, and now it's like sun versus moon, you know? Good versus evil, all that jazz. But overall, not that bad. But let's go ahead and find more ways to screw myself over because I have terrible timing on this. We're gonna do some light tucking here, which is good for us. So yeah, I think once we're done with this normal mode playthrough, I am going to take a slight break and we're going to let some other stuff upload because obviously I'm going to have Stray going up. That game is amazing. And whoops, I did not shift that all the way. That was really dumb. Also, I could have used the T-piece for that, I just realized. That's fine. But it's kind of weird how that game took off. Like, I'm not surprised, but I've been looking forward to that thing for almost 2 years when they announced it, and all of a sudden, these people come out of the woodwork who have never played a video game in their life, and they're like, look at this game you can play a cat as, whoa! And it's like, you goddamn poser. That's fine. I'm not a gatekeeper. If anyone wants to play a game, feel free to. Meanwhile, let's just go ahead and squander this zone. I accidentally messed it up. Luckily, we do have a good run of lines coming up, so it was actually very fortuitous. Okay, now, there we go. And will this work? Oh no, it kicked me out. Damn it. I hate it when I just get like one little block up there and you still have like a quarter of zone left. I could have had an extra Tetris. Ugh. That's fine. It's just, I know if I've said it once, I've said it a billion times, but recording something and commentating it at the same time is not as easy as it looks. It's ostensibly one of the more difficult things you can do, especially with Tetris. I'm just on autopilot. A lot of the times I'm usually pretty cognizant about what I'm talking about, but a game like this, a little rough. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, don't get any more J and L pieces mixed up. Okay, so let's go ahead and redeem ourselves for just a moment if I can get another opportunity to. There we go. Okay. Now, this is where it begins. We're gonna save ourselves, get rid of that. I only had half a bar, but that's okay if I can get another. No, 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 no. I was supposed to get that last Tetris there. Man, I'm bad at this. Ladies and gentlemen, to end our time in Area 5, I present to you Hula Soul. And I got an achievement somehow, which means I have to use it now. All right, 500 backpacks, thank you. This, the way that they kind of tally your scores is really weird because it carries on depending on what profile you're using, and this is my main, so hooray for me, I guess. But this is a pretty stressful one. Things are gonna start getting pretty intense and I might need to concentrate a bit on it, so if you're here for the stories, then I'm sorry. You just get to see subpar Tetris skills and that's it. All right, so let's go and do this, some of that. All right. Yeah, this is where the game really starts to ramp up in the speed department, so whoop. So it's lovely that we get a couple of O pieces. Okay, there we go. So we have Pompeii going off in the background. That's always nice. Too soon. But you also have like the chanting. All right. So once we activate this zone, I think we're gonna feel a little better. So let's go ahead and do something like that. Come on, come on, stop it. Please give me something good. All right, you know what? There we go. That's good enough. Okay, it's really bright. So, we'll do some of this and set ourselves up for another Tetris, just because I can. There we go. Ooh, can I do it again? Can I do it again? Is the game gonna get mad at me? Yes, it is, damn it. I get too cocky, man. Okay, let's just do this. We've only got a couple to go, so this isn't nearly as bad as it normally is. So, when possible, also make sure to keep getting those swag points just so you know when you're gonna move on. Shoot, I wanted that on the left. There we go. Okay, and then, not bad, not too bad. This probably is gonna look really easy in the video to do. Okay, okay, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. What did I tell you? 130,000, almost on the dot. The additional 306 are simply the swag pushdown points. But that does it for Area 5, which means next time on the game will be our last series of episodes before the finale, which is its own level. Look at all these. Look at all these SSs. They're beautiful, even though the scores are pretty bad. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and if you haven't been, then don't worry. We're almost at the end. Although, I guess if you haven't been, why have you made it this far to the end of the video? That's a question I have. Let me guess, you're a masochist. That's right. I get it. I hate watch videos too sometimes, which I am guilty of. Okay, all right, that's enough. Next time on the game, the hardest set to get through, in my opinion, before the end. Take care, and I'll see you guys then.